Thanks for tuning in. Andy back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. On deck, Canelo dominates Jaime Munguia. That was a really, really good fight, man. You know, a lot of people didn't think Jaime was dangerous, but he brought a lot of energy, a lot of determination, and he got schooled by the old veteran. Canelo, to me, he looked sharp, refined, ready to do his thing. A lot of people said he needed a knockout. I would have liked to see a knockout, but I also like to see how he dominated that 12-round unanimous decision. You know, his stamina's still there. Canelo, elite chin, power still there. He looked, he just looked real good. He looked sharp, and to me, he just looked determined to clearly outbox the younger, sharper guy. Not sharper, but just more hungry guy, more determined guy coming up. You know, take a lot for Jaime to get in the ring with him. He had never lost before, and I guess if you're gonna take the chance, better than to lose to Canelo. But I would say excellent ring IQ. He did his thing, head movement, defense, very, very slippery. And Canelo just looked all around like he's still the dominant force. You know, I gotta keep Canelo in the top 3 pound for pound list. You know, it's hard to just. He's not fighting the fights that we might want to David Benavidez and things like that, but I feel like they'll. I still feel like we're gonna see that fight at some point. I don't think that if the money's right, we saw David right outside the ring, we saw Canelo taunting him also, and just this morning I was reading some stuff. David Benavidez, he made some statements. He said he wanted to climb in the ring, and but him and his father, they had security right there, so Canelo's people was tight with the security. They wouldn't have been able to get into the ring. You know, also I was reading last night, Crawford was saying that he felt like Canelo carried Jaime. Not just Crawford, I watched a couple people. Andre even said the same thing. They feel like Canelo carried him, could have got him out of there. I kind of feel Crawford a little bit. I feel like Canelo, like I said, was determined to just school the younger fighter and kind of, in a sense, test his stamina. I feel like after the 4th round, Canelo could have probably mashed and back Jaime up, try to dominate him from the 4th through the 7th, and probably got him out of there probably before the 8th round. But at the same time, he played it cautious, and he took some big shots. Shots out to Jaime. Big shots on Canelo. Like I said, iron chin, elite chin. He was putting, you know, 3, 4, 5, 7 punch combinations on Canelo. He was blocking some, and some of those shots got through. But Canelo was so sharp with the counter punching. Jaime wasn't able to just go all out and with an all-out attack. It seems like Canelo, that left hook is just ultimate weapon. You never know where it's going, to the head, to the body, his timing, everything is just right there. Which kind of brings me to as I was talking about David Benavidez, if they showed, you know, last couple months, maybe the last year or so, I was starting to feel like Benavidez would be able to just get in and dominate Canelo. I'm not gonna say dominate, but able to show the difference in levels. Young guy coming up bigger, hungrier, versus Canelo, the old wise veteran. Now I kind of see that as an even fight. I think it'll be much harder for Benavidez than a lot of people think. You know, Benavidez been at 168 a long time. It's a lot more he could do in his life without Canelo. So I think he should focus on that, because when that Canelo fight presents itself, he kind of needs to have that, you know, it's just a lot of things he can do to propel himself to become a bigger pay-per-view star, to actually become a pay-per-view star. You know, I think when Caleb Plant fought Canelo, I think he got a $10 million check, and I was reading this morning, I think Jaime exceeded that $10 million and got bigger than Caleb Plant. And I was reading David Benavidez, I think his biggest check was like 2.9, maybe $3 million. So it's a lot he could be doing without Canelo, and he doesn't want to, he moved up to 175, but you don't want to take an L right now. I think that might take the excitement, the drama out of the Canelo fight. And like Canelo was saying in the ring, he said he's Mexican, he do what he wants. And he said he will fight for the right price. I'm starting to think that's just a number he throwing out, 200. I'm thinking 149. 151. I think Canelo will get in the ring. I think that fight will sell. Canelo's fans come out in full effect, and just with that fight, right now I could see David Benavidez going all out and possibly getting hurt in that fight. You know, punches and bunches, and he has a lot of power, but at some point he's gonna have to stand toe to toe with Canelo, and Canelo's gonna be able to do, I think, what he does best, which is slippery upper body movement and countering him to the body and seeing what he's really made of. So I think that'll be a real good fight. Maybe sometime next year. Still could happen. We all know, I think Mexican Independence Day, so I apologize, but at some point in September, we all know Canelo likes Cinco de Mayo weekend, and he likes that Mexican Independence Day. We could still get a big announcement. You never know what people are cooking up. And at the time of this video, His Excellency Turki Alalshikh, he's been talking about making that fight with Canelo Crawford, which I really hope that could happen. That'll give boxing just the boost that we needed. And that fight, I think it a lot of variables they got to be worked out. Got to see what weight they'll fight at, but I can see them meeting up at maybe like 165. Crawford would handle that well, I think, and Canelo could definitely make the 165. He's at 160. Canelo great shape. He can definitely make that weight, but that's just an intriguing fight because first thing when I imagine that fight is Crawford gonna be coming forward or is he gonna be trying to counter Canelo? I think he hasn't seen the kind of counter punching that Canelo would bring. And if Canelo takes that fight, him and his team think they could win. Canelo doesn't really take a fight that they don't think he could win. So he's gonna think he could win that fight. He's gonna come in real eager to prove to Crawford you're not ready. And I've been reading a lot of things. A lot of people saying Crawford probably should stay away from Canelo, but you know, think of his legacy right now. Crawford has did a lot. We all saw what happened with him and Spence. He's his resume, he's solid in history right now. And for the right money, the fight could happen. But he could get dominated by Canelo possibly. I'm not saying that he will, but he could get dominated by Canelo. Just an interesting fight. You know, Crawford super sharp, strong, switch hitter, power in both hands. Canelo, excellent defense by my opinion, and just big power shots and good time and good way he control range. You know, that mid-range onto the inside, that's how I think he'll fight David Benavidez. He'll bring Benavidez in at some point and get up under those punches. Well, Crawford, you know, it doesn't look like it, but Canelo and Crawford like the same height. I think Canelo is registered at 5'8.5", and Crawford is like right at 5'8". Canelo just looked so big because he wide up top. But that'll be a real good fight, so we'll see where that goes. Could be the showdown in the desert over in Saudi, but as of right now, I'm feeling like Canelo dominant and still might be a little bit too patient and highly skilled for David Benavidez. Hit the comment section, let me know who you taking in this upcoming fight with Canelo. Peace.